From Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Thunder at the peak at the Chesapeake Energy Arena.
Get a nice clean game, huh?
Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Last outing for the Clippers, it was a loss to the Wizards.
Oh my God.
That's how you attack.
Wow, how'd he do that?
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he sees it. And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Pass to Booker. From the wing. And he hits the jump shot. Booker's got his first points of the night. Both sides will try and push it on the fast break doors to get easy scores. Talk a bit about playing fast, but also playing with efficiency.
Well, you look no further than the Golden State Warriors, who, when they are playing with pace and out in transition and the threes are flying, it's electric and, frankly, almost unstoppable. But they walk that delicate line of playing fast without turning it over. You want to give these great players freedom, but within that freedom, they've got to make sure, okay, we've got to value the basketball. And yes, we can maybe turn it over 10 times per game, but we get north of 10, 15 turnovers, and that's going to put us in a little bit of a problematic situation.
Good analysis.
My goodness, get right in his grill and force him to alter the shot. That's tough defense in the post.
Adebayo. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
The other bench deflated because that was a rough sequence for the defense. They hated to give up those points, but did nothing to stop it.
Pass to Harris. Back to Ingram. And stolen by Ayton. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Ayton. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Ingram. Looking for Bogdanovich, and he gets it there.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Ayton's got his third basket of the night.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Outside, Simmons. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And that one's good, Ayton.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside. And you know, DeAndre Ayton, all that height around him. He goes 7 feet, 250 with that 7'5" wingspan and already produces. But still, he shows considerable upside.
Outside, Simmons. The shot from 20 feet away. Offensive rebound. Pass to Ayton. Simmons trying to get open. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. And the Clippers making a change here. Ingram left side. Booker outside. Back to Ingram. 6 to shoot. Harris outside. Here's Brown. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Devin Booker.
Boy, you have got to appreciate how hard Jaylen Brown goes. Amazing how he gets defenders to foul him when he's going up with his shot.
And Jaylen Brown was given quite the compliment on his game from Draymond Green, who felt, Greg, that Brown was good enough to be an all-star.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I'd be fully on board with that assessment in terms of last year, but I do think he's well on his way to becoming an all-star. His scoring and offensive impact continues to grow each year. He's shown a great knack on the defensive side as well. Terrific two-way player. The sky is the limit.
Down low. Here's Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And, guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
Back to Ingram. To the paint. Here's Booker.
And if you look at the numbers for Devin Booker last season, he upped his assists and rebounding, his scoring and shooting percentages. He has continued to impress with his development.
The 13th pick of the 2015 NBA draft, Booker has already shown all-star potential.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
Well, I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Shot's good by Laverne.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Simmons. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Pass to Harris. Back to Ingram. To the middle. And stolen by Ayton. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
It has, Greg, no doubt. Love that they've gotten after it on the defensive end. Just continue to put pressure on.
Here's Harris. Out to Ingram. Back to Harris. Got a piece of it. Just 5 to shoot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
I love the tenacity right now. Definitely on the prowl, looking for every opportunity to make a steal. The other team has got to be sharp.
And don't sleep on Simmons defensively. Very skilled there as well. He just knows where to be and how to guard whoever he's on. I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, one season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball fours. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you. And good that time.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Doors with a more punitive luxury tax. Draft picks with their cost-controlled salaries never more important than they are today.
No doubt, Kevin. I think teams are very hesitant to part with first-round picks because they have been critical. But I think you also have to consider the second-round picks as being valuable assets. Think about the Golden State Warriors. In each of the last 2 years, they have purchased for money a second-round pick from another organization, and both times those players ended up being critical parts of the rotation. Every draft pick, first or second round, has value.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Ingram right side. To halt the run. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
You guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
The Oklahoma City Thunder with one of the more rabid fan bases, Doris, in the NBA.
Well, 7 straight seasons of sellouts. There's something about the love affair you find in these small market one-sport towns. This is an organization that has the complete and full support of their community.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Boy, that's 2 on him now. And if he gets a third foul before halftime, his playing time is going to have to be limited for a bit.
Pass to Ajinça. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense there by Nene. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Morris into the lane. And it's Ajinça missing. Here's Bogdanovich. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. That's his first personal foul. Nene left side. And the wide open shot from Morris. Kept alive. Pass to Ajinça. Second chance shot. And it's good on the layup. Ajinça's got his first bucket of the night.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now Harris. Rebound by Ajinça.
A nightmare quarter for this guy. Simply can't buy a bucket.
And Finney Smith gets it to go.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now Ingram. 5 points in the game. Can't cash in from close range.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well. Yeah, looking for offense inside as they try to chip away at this lead here in the second.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Ajinça with the bucket.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Pass to Harris. Buries it down low. Harris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Wow, what a crafty player. Gets it done any way he has to. You know what you love about watching OG Anunoby? You feel like you're watching a vet when you watch this guy. He doesn't seem to get rattled in pressure situations. This guy plays like he's been in the league for a decade.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
Dragic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Really nice job inside that time. The defense unable to react quick enough to stop him. Boy, he is fast.
Count it. Ajinça's got 6 points.
And you just got to love the way he moves the ball. Very unselfish.
I tell you, he's looking to set up his guys as much as possible, and you can tell his teammates really appreciate it.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And it's Dragic with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
Love whenever Ingram rises for the jam, just flushing it home in the face of the opposition.
And that one's good, Ayton.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Ingram outside. Outside, Dragic. Back to Ingram. Pass to Dragic. No good on the 3.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Ingram outside. Back to Dragic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Ayton. And Goran Dragic, a slippery lefty out of Slovenia.
At his peak, a phenomenal offensive player. He doesn't hit that peak every season, though. And now in his 30s, we'll see how long he can extend his prime.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his 2nd season in the league, and he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, DA. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Simmons is running. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Ingram outside. To the middle. Here's Nene. Thunder with the rebound.
I don't like their energy level since the break, right? They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots.
Morris with the ball. He's got 5. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Finney Smith. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Doris, statistically, today's game is picked apart by so many different ways. But for you, what are the statistical areas that you are most interested in?
Well, I think one of the things that can be undervalued, particularly from the defensive side of the ball, are things like deflections or charges taken or even shots contested. And I say those things, Kevin, because deflections force an offense to restart. Charges taken gets a possession for your team. And shots contested affects, obviously, the field goal percentage of the team you're guarding. So it's all of those little defensive stats that you really have to track and be monitoring to understand the value that they have on winning.
Very interesting.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D.
Pass to Holmes. And again, no good by the Clippers.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Just relentless. Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
I think it's obvious, Greg. They want this win. They're showing no let up in their attack right now.
Ingram attacking. And here's Booker from the arc.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Greg, I think this other team is just in a zone right now. They're clicking on the offensive end, and the defense starting to look frustrated.
Morris, no good. And here is Los Angeles now. No good off the front iron.
Well, it's not the defense that caused that miss. That one's all on him.
And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's his 5th foul.
And that's going to be his 5th, guys. One more, and he's done.
To the wing right side. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Ajinça. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Ajinça's got 10 points.
And this is why you work the ball inside, right? To get the easiest shot possible.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Trying to get something going. Poked loose. It's tipped. And he gets it back. 4 on the clock. Holmes. The 15-footer. Good. Holmes got his 2nd basket of the night.
And because of his size, that's a difficult shot to contest.
Almost unguardable, you could say, Greg. Skilled at holding the ball so high, defenders can't get to it.
The Thunder not shot all that well from the free throw line. 6 of 11. Los Angeles making a switch here.
When you think about Billy Donovan, to me, he's a guy who values trust and building relationships with players. This guy is not a dictator. He wants to help players grow and develop, and that helps you win.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the Clippers making a switch here.
Clippers substitution.
We've got 33 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. And it's Laverne missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The vertical of OG and Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Finney Smith can't get it to go.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
And he makes the first.
2 shots at the line of
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter.
I'll tell you, the skilled defensive effort right there. OG Anunoby contesting shots, exactly what you would hope for.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Ayton. Simmons feeling it out a bit. To the inside. And that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Oklahoma City. And here's Laverne, guarded by Simmons. Pass to Dragic. Back to Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Laverne. And too long on the shot. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And Simmons is just the total package. I mean, a player that can really dish it to his teammates.
Ingram attacking. Back to Laverne. Pass to Ingram. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Doris, this term +6 coming into the lexicon describes a player whose wingspan exceeds his height by at least 6 inches. I know you've heard that before.
Yeah, well, we can think of several players who fit this description of the +6. Electric young players like Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, the Claw. The Claw extends to his wingspan as well. And then Draymond Green, who in the fourth quarter defensively can seem like a player who's everywhere at every moment.
And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. An emphatic LU jam.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
Yes, that goes in. Ayton's got 4 this quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Ingram attacking. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Parker. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Boy, the opposition has got to feel an avalanche bearing down on them right now. They're wiping them off the floor.
Back to Ingram. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And slam dunk by Nene.
He uses that 7'5" wingspan. Nene has the reach to spike it home.
Here's Simmons. Second chance shot. And Ayton throws it down.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And becoming impatient, that's not how you're going to catch up.
Really, that's unacceptable. Patience is paramount when you're trying to cut the lead, and they didn't have it there.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Ayton's got 22.
Yeah, just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
To the paint. And stolen by Ayton. And it's Ingram missing. And there's the call on the name. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Outside, Simmons. Shoots over Ingram.
And really, Ingram is as complete a player as they come. Not only awesome on offense, but just spectacular on D as well.
.146 left to play here in the fourth. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Also, often when a player changes teams, Doris, we see a lot of emotions from him, his teammates, from the fans, and coaches. Is it even reasonable to expect loyalty in sports nowadays?
You know, I think times have changed, Kevin. We're no longer living in an era where a player sticks with an organization throughout the course of his tenure, or at least that is the outlier nowadays. The reality is teams always make decisions with their long-term best interests at heart. And so when a player has earned the right to embrace his free agency, there's a reason it's termed free agency, then he should have an equal opportunity to the team to make the decisions that are in his best interest. Whatever those values and priorities for that individual player are, when you reach free agency, you've earned that right.
And the Thunder with possession. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Oklahoma City.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for DeAndre Ayton.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, at this point, he's probably better served to take a seat anyway. They've got no chance in this one.
Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
Ingram outside. Pass to Booker. From deep. They get it again.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.